In 2008, the first effects of a global economic and financial crisis hit Europe, with serious consequences for its industry. As a result, sales of motorcycles, scooters and other light vehicles have dropped by 51%, putting high pressure on the entire sector. 5 years later, the European motorcycle market finds itself in a persistent situation of uncertainty. At the same time, on a global level, opportunities for growth have arisen in extra-EU markets, which represent 95% of the worldwide volumes of powered two-wheeler sales. New, flourishing markets for motorcycles have sprung up in emerging countries, favoured by improving living conditions of millions of people, growing mobility needs, and the fascination for iconic brands.
ACEM manufacturers are global players. Our vision is global, and our products are designed for markets beyond Europe. Europe is the home to many legendary motorcycle makers, but the rest of the world, which accounts for 95% of the global market, remains largely out of our reach.
Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, Thailand and Vietnam are among the most promising markets. And indeed, ACEM manufacturers have established operations in most of them, either with their own subsidiaries, as joint ventures, or through licensed undertakings. Setting up manufacturing plants abroad allows companies to adapt production to local demand, while building on an established company culture. The main reason behind such complex and costly enterprises is due to trade barriers, aimed at reducing the competitiveness of foreign products, while seeking to draw foreign investments.
Emerging economies offer enormous opportunities for growth. Unfortunately, market conditions are not always fair for European business.
A recent report by the European Commission found out that trade protectionism is still on the rise across the world. In 2012, about 150 new trade restrictions were introduced, whereas only 18 existing measures have been dismantled. In the context of the negotiations for free trade agreements, the EU must strive to enable EU businesses to access these markets by removing existing barriers and other regulatory obstacles, thereby creating the conditions for fair competition. In the age of global commerce, enterprises seek out new markets where to export their products.
Global players need harmonization. The European Commission needs to make this its priority. In free trade negotiations, no single sector, no matter what its size, must be left behind.
Trade disruptive environments are also caused by the lack of harmonization, where standards and technical specifications are concerned. The creation of globally harmonized markets would benefit motorcycle production.
Manufacturers are faced with challenging regulatory fragmentation across the world. Meeting different requirements for every market involves investments and specific technical solutions which lead to unnecessary additional costs. The multiplication of rules and test procedures is illogic from the point of view of business and does not benefit society in any way.
ACEM members are leaders in technology and brand value. Moreover, Europe boasts a highly qualified workforce. For the motorcycle industry, this represents a competitive advantage that must be defended at all costs. ACEM members have demonstrated to abide by high standards, playing their part in improving their products and users' safety. It is time for the institutions to reap the benefits of this technological advantage and raise the stakes in negotiating better conditions for the trade of motorcycles across the world.